What up, everybody? Welcome back to the SwigTalk podcast, where we sit down, we interview some motherfuckers, some cool ass fuckers here on YouTube. And today we have got a huge help to this channel. We got Worst Movies on. Bird and Gutter. How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How you doing?
How you doing, buddy?
For those who don't know, these guys have been, like I said, really big help on the channel. They did a cameo for a Blockbusters episode all the way back in 2014, and ever since then, you guys have, you guys sponsored us. I mean, you guys, you gave us a shout out in your subscriptions, and that's really great. So, question number one that I always start with when interviewing some people on YouTube is, what were you guys doing before you were doing content? Like, before you guys were doing Worst Movies on with the reviews, what were you guys doing before that?
Well,
masturbating a lot.
Well, besides that, I mean, I guess, fuck, what was it, like 2001, we started wanting to do a public access show, and hell, in 2002, we actually got on TV, and we did that for like 9 seasons, and then we did nothing. Yeah. for a good few years. Until like one day we're like, hey, you know what? We need to just talk about movies. Because there is really, I mean, what else could we do?
I mean, at that point we discovered a thing called YouTube. And we're like, hey, all right.
Well, I mean, we were on YouTube for a few years just with our old public access stuff. But
when we first, started doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, with the movies thing, we're just like, hell, there's only 2 of us. What can we really do? Yeah. So we just decided, fuck it, we're going to talk about movies.
We need an excuse to hang out with each other. That's pretty much it.
Well, that's kind of what this has ended up becoming. It's basically just the only times me and Bird see each other is like 2 times a week when we do this.
So you guys decided that you were going to start doing YouTube and talking about movies. So, because when you guys started, I mean, you guys occasionally do it off and on still, but when you guys first, started doing the reviews, the series was called Worst Movies on Netflix. And was that purely just because, you guys were watching a lot of Netflix and you guys saw a lot of bullshit on there?
Yeah, because I mean, hell, what was that? Like 5, 6 years ago now? But back then, Netflix used to be like the greatest place to find bad movies. I mean, hell, look at those. We did 200 episodes on just Netflix movies. And I mean, now it's a completely different fucking beast.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, now you got a lot of like actually decent stuff. Back then, it was a lot of trauma.
Yeah,
a lot of Asylum.
They definitely combed through the crap. And
well, they also started making their own crap.
Right.
But,
Right. So no more warship movies with Linda Hamilton.
I don't know, I've been enjoying the YouTube ones we have been doing. Because, I mean, they're just a whole different level of bad. You got Asylum, which is, the boring bad. And then you got, like, the Nick Millards, the Chris Severs, that are slightly more entertaining.
Yeah. Well, you got John DeHart.
I remember once I was over at a friend's place and he had Netflix, and there's like Nicolas Cage is in a lot of Netflix movies now, and they are so fucking funny in how bad they are, man. Like Nicolas Cage is like the only recognizable actor in there, and he's trying his all, man.
Do you think I look like Humphrey Bogart?
No.
Well, you see, that's interesting because I'm a big film buff. Bogart was the best, the king.
The thing with Nicolas Cage is, it was like, you either get the going crazy, A, B, C, D, that Nicolas Cage, or you just get the boring, I'm phoning it in for a paycheck Nicolas Cage. We tried doing a Nicolas Cage month, and I think, we made it 2 weeks in, and we're like, all the stuff that's on Netflix is just
crap.
Yeah, just boring, phoned-in performances.
You either get all that, or you get him arguing with an over-the-hill fucking rock star out in the middle of a hotel somewhere.
What was that? Was it Gene Simmons?
No, that wasn't Gene Simmons. I think it was the dude from Motley Crue.
Oh, yeah, Vince Neil.
Right.
Like I said, you started moving over to the YouTube stuff. And what was your first Worst Movies on YouTube again?
Two-Headed Shark Attack. Or wait a minute. You mean Worst Movies on YouTube? Or Worst Movies on Netflix?
Worst Movies on YouTube. Yeah, Two-Headed Shark Attack was Netflix. What was your first Worst Movie on YouTube? You guys remember?
It was Android Night Punch.
I think so.
California. Yeah. No, it was. It was California
yeah.
Balloons Films, which we have done numerous movies that they have done and released. Yeah, we were doing Netflix, and they actually contacted us and was like, hey, man, you guys really need to start doing Worst Movies on YouTube.
Yeah.
How about starting with ours? And we're like, you know what? That's a good fucking idea.
So we tore the shit out of it.
Well, But also, it was also like, you know, the first worst movies on YouTube was like worst movies on Netflix. It was before we started adding the clips in.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, we didn't start adding the clips in until, what, 420 movie, which was the second episode.
Yeah.
420 movie. That's a good. Yeah, and that's another thing, going back to, like, different types of bad movies. Like, you got YouTuber movies where it's like they look like they kind of give a shit, and then you got the YouTuber movies that are obviously like student projects that they just uploaded onto YouTube. YouTube now has like YouTube Red, and a lot of the movies that are on there, a lot of them are just such shit. I mean, they're really bad. Like, all these YouTubers are trying to break out into acting. It's always like vloggers and toy channels, and they always have this like fake optimism to them. They're just like, hey guys, welcome to the video. So today, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be doing some stuff. Or, oh, everyone else's favorite, they upload clips of like late night talk show hosts, and it's like, we got Jimmy Fallon, we got Jimmy Kimmel. Everyone's like, what the fuck is Will Smith doing in YouTube Rewind? He ain't no YouTuber.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Fucking A, right.
Well, that's all they're worried about now. Because it's like, I kind of miss the days whenever it was like the Wild West of YouTube.
Yeah.
When you could fall down a fucking rabbit hole of some of the weirdest, most insane shit ever. It was like, now you actually gotta search for it. Like, I actually have to search, like, hardcore for looking for stuff for, like, Happy Craptastic or whatever. Like, back in the day, it just used to, I would fall down a rabbit hole, would find, like, 20 things and be like, oh, man, we gotta eventually do this.
Yeah.
And, you know, but nowadays, it's not like that anymore. It just keeps recommending the same stuff that I've watched over and over again.
Yeah. It's all
Or by the same people, I mean.
It's all the same bullshit. You know, but like, you know, with us, you know, you ain't gonna find anybody realer. You know what I mean? There's nothing scripted about it. That we are who we are.
Well, we could never be anything else.
I don't think we could. You know, I don't think it could happen.
There's no like personality in a lot of these YouTubers versus this, where like you guys have personality with the way you guys do your videos. You guys are just, you know, free to be yourselves. And it feels like YouTube's like even cracking down on that, because YouTube's like, oh, you can't make money on your video if you're cursing in your videos and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that just sucks about modern YouTube. Like you said, back in the day, it was a lot different. It was just like fall down the rabbit hole of like a bunch of different videos of just, you know, people making shit with their webcams.
The reason why me and him have such good chemistry and why we're funny and whatever, we're naturally funny, I think, and that's not me trying to toot my own horn, but I think we are. And none of our shit's scripted. We write our stuff down, but basically,
we write notes of stuff we want to talk
about. What's
about.
coming is what's coming off the top of our heads. And me and him have been best friends and I think that's important. I think that's key. If you're with somebody, if you're pairing up with somebody, and you're doing like a back and forth thing, it's important that you know each other. You can't just throw each other together. You know, and me and him been friends for a long time, more than I can.
Well, since like my freshman year of high school.
Yeah, so like, and we get each other, you know.
The years that you guys have been doing YouTube, are there any videos that you're particularly proud of, or ones that you think you could have done better? Like, do you guys have like a favorite or least favorite video of yours at all?
Oh, man,
that's a hard one.
Like, well, I'll just eliminate all like our public access stuff right off the bat.
I'll let you run with this.
Well, I mean, you can answer as well, but I was like, I don't know, man. There's so many movies, but as of right now, I don't know. I think my favorite movie review that we've ever done kind of has to be GetEven. You know, just like the shimmy slide and starting over.
Well, it's leaking and sliding all across the floor, grooving 2 by 2, stomping for some more. That's when my eyes catch you and my heart begins to sing. Oh, pretty baby, man, can you swing?
I'm gonna go with Black Devil Doll.
Yeah,
I think
Black Devil Doll's a good one,
funniest
too.
one we ever done, because I still watch that review and I laugh my ass off.
I really,
walk back.
really enjoyed Black Devil Doll from Hell. It was a good fucking time.
It was fun. Yeah.
Fucked up.
It was like hell
Not
yeah,
as
fun.
fucked up as Deathbed, but
Yeah, it was just
fucked up
fucking weird.
nonetheless,
Like, if
yeah.
you were watching it, you're just prepared for it being just weird as shit. And you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck's happening?
yeah, Bird, like, since, you know, I'm the editor and stuff, I was like, Bird will rewatch our reviews. A lot of my reviews, or our reviews, I don't see again.
Well, sometimes I'm reacting the same way the audience might react, because I'm seeing this shit for the first time like they are. I don't
Well,
know what
also,
the finished product
you don't
is,
pay
you know?
attention to the movie or pay attention to what you're saying, so,
Well, I'm
I mean, you know, that's
usually,
part of it.
Usually stoned, that's probably why.
This is like, dude, I know you didn't ask this question, but I don't know. I think my favorite all-time bad movie still has to be The Fucking Room. There's just something fucking about it. Like, hell, a week ago, I made a friend of ours that doesn't like bad movies, doesn't know anything about bad movies. I forced him to sit here and watch The Room with me. Speaking of Tommy Wiseau, I can't wait for Big Shark.
Fucking A.
You aware of Big Shark, man?
I did. Someone sent me a trailer for that. That looks so fucking stupid, but great.
It was like, dude, that's probably the only movie of ours that we've reviewed that I've watched 5 times at least. There's just something about that fucking movie that I love.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm gonna say that any movie that Kirk Cameron has starred in is the worst movie ever made.
Well, dude, we haven't done any Kirk Cameron movies, have we?
It doesn't fucking matter. Any movie that Dick did is the worst movie ever made.
Oh god, like what was it? Saving Christmas and that Left Behind original movie, not the one with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. Dude, I love, what was the one that Snob did that was with Kirk Cameron kidnapping kids and telling them they were dead?
I don't know which one that is. That sounds so fucking terrible. Like, yeah, Kirk Cameron's movies, they're always like that.
Cinema Snob did an episode, it was around Christmas, where Kirk Cameron had a special needs fucking sister, and she was sad because she didn't have anybody to play with. So he would drug and kidnap these kids from an orphanage and take them to his farm.
Sounds like
and convince them that they were fucking dead.
What the fuck, Kirk Cameron? The last point is kind of a conclusion. Any future videos coming up, like, I want to shout out some social medias if you guys want to. Shout out, like, any videos you got coming up, like movie reviews you got on the agenda.
What, we filmed Call to Coons today. We did The Search. I'm not sure when this is going to, like, release, so, I mean, I don't really have anything, any, like, kind of... I mean, it's probably going to be released by the time this comes out, but, like, Ravage is fucking awesome. We're doing a movie called Ravage.
That's true. But other than that, we're just average day losers.
Yeah, we just kind of randomly pick what we're doing on the day we decide to do it.
That's right.
But, I mean, if you want to check us out, Worst Movies on Facebook... Worst Movies on Twitter, which is me.
Yeah. Get somebody to donate to our Patreon because we're po.
Well, dude, that's not gonna fucking happen,
Probably
man.
not.
We've been rocking that same $5 for fucking ever.
I just wanted to thank you guys again for doing this. Remember, again, like always, check out Worst Movies on YouTube. They are awesome. They make great reviews. Links in the description, obviously. And thank y'all, Berg and Gutter, for coming on SwigTalk once again.
Thank
no
you,
problem,
buddy.
man. Anytime. Because, like, we never get to talk about this stuff to anybody, just each other.
I know.
Our significant others don't care. Like, people around us don't care.
People, they just look at you like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, we start talking about this bad movie stuff to, like, other people. They just, like, their eyes glass over and they just kind of,
Nobody gives a shite.
Yeah, we're glad somebody fucking appreciates it.
Thank you for all this.
Well, no problem, y'all. And, yeah, that concludes the 4th episode of SwigTalk Podcast. We will see you guys, hopefully in a couple months. As for what I'm doing, I got a Swigga parody song coming up soon. It's a parody of Rico Suave by Gerardo. It's going to be called Taco Tuesday. Look forward to some of that. Swigga game reviews, obviously, coming next month. Some more Swig Talks coming down the pipeline. Look forward to all of that. And we will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.
So that's this week for Worst Movies on Netflix.